Fox 61 News at 6 starts now.
Right now at 6, recreational cannabis now has an arrival date here in Connecticut.
Everybody kind of wants to be part of it. You know, day one, recreational Connecticut. Everybody's been waiting for it for a long time.
When shops are opening for business and what limits are being placed on purchases.
Winter is almost here, and your pocketbook might be feeling the pinch with electricity costing more these days.
It's going to still flow through the wires, the poles and wires that Eversource and United Illuminating own. But you can actually shop around for who's going to provide that electricity.
We have a look at how you can still save.
The Salvation Army dangerously low on donations and volunteers in the face of skyrocketing demand.
They need our help. We've all been to the grocery store and we've seen the high cost, basically high cost in multiple areas.
Heading into the holidays, how the organization's working to recoup.
Plus, respiratory illness on the rise this winter, and the window is quickly closing for people looking to get vaccines and boosters before the holidays. The Fox 61 News at 6 starts right now.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us here on the News at 6. I'm Ben Goldman.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. Connecticut's Consumer Protection Department has overseen the state's medical marijuana program for nearly a decade.
And today it's announcing a date for recreational pot sales, and 9 locations across the state are getting ready to start those sales. Fox 61's Samaya Hernandez was able to get an inside facility look in Meriden today and joins us with details on what we can expect.
Yeah, in just 30 days, this shop here behind me on East Main Street will convert into both recreational and medical marijuana sales. You'll be able to leave with flower, concentrates, edibles, and more.
Be part of history here in Connecticut.
Recreational marijuana sales, years in the making, now 30 days away.
Expect some long lines.
Willowbrook Wellness in Meriden is one of 9 medical marijuana facilities converting into hybrid medical and recreational sales beginning January 10th.
You kind of want to be part of the experience on day one, and it's kind of a cool thing to say, like, hey, I was there and able to get stuff.
Adults 21 and older will be able to purchase up to a 1/4 ounce of pot, concentrates, or edibles.
A flower equivalency.
Dispensaries are opening in Stamford, Danbury, Branford, Newington, Torrington, Willimantic, Montville, and here in Meriden, where they're gearing up for a lot of new customers.
We're adding registers to the store. We're adding staff. We're hiring right now.
Flower sold here is locally grown in Rocky Hill at CT Pharma, one of 4 producers gearing up to roll out new recreational products next month.
Because we have neighboring states that have had this open for a bit, particularly Massachusetts, it's unclear if we're going to have that same degree of pent-up demand in Connecticut.
Expect to see even more shops like this in communities across Connecticut next year. Nearly 100 businesses are somewhere in a licensing pipeline with the Consumer Protection Department, and 42 provisional licenses have already been granted.
A lot of equity joint ventures, DIA cultivators, and social equity lottery applicants who are already in the pipeline, and we expect them to be opening their businesses soon after the launch of the market.
And as we get closer to January 10th, authorities want to remind you to use these products responsibly. In Meriden, Samaya Hernandez, Fox 61 News.
Samaya, thank you. We have some breaking news to report tonight. New Haven police are investigating a shooting that happened on Shepherd Street. Details are still very limited, but police have been investigating since at least 3:25 this afternoon, we're told. We'll continue to bring you information as it comes into our newsroom, on air, and online as well.
Well, new tonight, Connecticut's Office of Inspector General is opening an investigation into the death of 38-year-old Ryan Marzi, who died in August after being tased by Connecticut State Police. This body cam video right here shows that the moments after a state trooper tased Marzi. They were responding to a domestic violence tip in Canterbury when Marzi allegedly got into a physical altercation with Trooper Desmond Stimson. He was tased, taken to the hospital, and released. He died of a pulmonary embolism 4 days later. The investigation is over the use of force in detaining him and if that caused the embolism.
Also new tonight, there are police at Owl Grove Elementary School in East Granby tonight after a student was found with 2 handguns. Police say school staff questioned, searched, and then brought the child to a private area to wait for police to show up. The classroom was also searched. And we are just 23 days away from our electric bills increasing about $80 a month, but What if you could avoid that increase?
Yeah, good news, you can, but there's some important information you need to know first.
Fox 61's Matt Caron has some money-saving advice for customers tonight. Hi, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, guys. Connecticut has what is called a deregulated energy marketplace. It means you can shop around for who you want to supply your electricity. But as with most things in life, the devil's in the details, and reading that fine print is really important.
Don't feel like swallowing an $80 a month electric bill increase? You don't have to. Shop around.
I've read about that a little bit, never seriously considered it, but I think I will in the coming year.
Fox 61 put supply shopping to the test on Connecticut's rate board, Energize CT. We found we could save about $60 a month, and Eversource actually encourages it.
If they find a third-party supplier with a more attractive per kilowatt hour charge, they should certainly shop.
But
it is confusing.
And that's the rub.
My concern is that it might look good for the first couple of months and that then 6 months later it'll spike up again.
Historically, since 2015, customers using a third-party supplier have paid a combined $300 million more than standard service customers. But over the last year, that's changed, with customers saving a combined $10 million. Data from September shows 7 of 10 former Eversource customers and 6 of 10 former United Illuminating customers have paid less to switch.
You can do that as a residential customer. You can do that as a business customer. And the thing to watch out for here are some of those pitfalls. Make sure that you're reading the terms and conditions. This is not a set it and forget it moment.
And that's because some contracts contain auto renewals at a much higher rate, and some third-party suppliers have gotten into hot water with state regulators for deceptive marketing practices. If you do want to shop, just know you legally cannot be charged a sign-up fee or extra monthly fees. Your rate must be guaranteed for at least 4 months, and in Connecticut, you cannot be charged a fee for early termination.
Sometimes you can lock in rates for longer periods. What folks should know is that the rates we're talking about now will be in effect from January 1 to July 1.
Which means that come this summer, you'll want to check what the new Eversource and UI rates are to make sure that your third-party supplier still makes economic sense. It also may be helpful for you to know that by law, suppliers must send you a letter before your contract auto-renews. If you think a third-party supplier has violated any regulations, report it to PURA, the Public Utility Regulatory Authority. In the studio, Matt Caron, Fox 61 News.
Thank you very much, Matt. Tough news as we head into these winter months to know those electricity rates are going up.
Yeah, not getting any warmer here.
No, it's not. We have snow, too, on the way.
Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank, hi.
Hi, guys. Yeah, a little bit of festive flakes going on here heading into Sunday, especially Sunday evening. How much? Minor accumulations, anywhere between a coating to 3 inches. We'll see the lowest amounts at the immediate shoreline, the highest amounts in northwestern Connecticut. So a lot of folks will end up around 1 or 2 inches of snow, I think. In terms of impact, roads could be a little bit slippery heading into Sunday evening and perhaps into the Monday morning commute, although with snow amounts like this coming down at a lighter rate, the road crews should be able to kind of keep up with this. So we're not expecting a major impact on the Monday morning drive, although things might be a little bit slippery. For now, though, we're quiet. Temperatures are in the 30s to right around 40 degrees. It is up to 10 degrees cooler than this time yesterday, so we are certainly feeling it out there. And our next storm is all the way on the other side of the country. Low temperatures tonight will drop back into the 20s as we head towards daybreak, so a cold start to the day tomorrow, and it's a cooler day overall with high temperatures just scratching the 40-degree mark. We'll see increasing clouds, but we stay dry tomorrow, and we're dry heading into Sunday morning too, but a rising chance for some snow showers for Sunday afternoon, especially Sunday night. We'll break it down for you, full forecast coming up.
All right, thank you, Rachel. New tonight, a 14-year-old boy is accused of carjacking a woman and crashing her car 2 miles away. It happened Wednesday at 3 p.m. in Hampden. Police say the boy held 52-year-old woman at knife point before forcing her out of the car and driving north on Whitney Avenue. Police say he then crashed the car 2 separate times until he got into a major accident at the intersection of Dixwell Avenue and Whitney. He ran from the scene before Hampden police were able to catch him, but he is in police custody and is facing multiple charges. He's scheduled to appear in Superior Court for juvenile matters later this month.
A family of 6 is displaced following a house fire in North Haven. The fire happened on Palmer Road this morning. North Haven's fire chief talks about the difficulties they had fighting the blaze.
So this fire had a significant head start on us. By the time we were notified and arrived on scene, the fire's already in the attic, extending to the entire house. And so anytime it gets into an attic, it's challenging in terms of access to try to get it.
About 20 to 25 firefighters were on the scene to battle the two-alarm fire. The cause of the fire is still unknown.
Well, Connecticut has received a large federal grant to support workforce development in public health. The $32 million federal grant will be awarded over the next 5 years. Most of the funds will support the state agency's newly launched Office of Public Health Workforce Development. More than $12 million will be distributed directly to local health departments.
And this money is going to be going directly to help support the development and initiative around people entering the workforce, being able to hire new people to do this type of work and help support our communities.
Public Health Commissioner Manisha Juthani created that initiative back in August.
Well, Connecticut Children's PJ Day for the Kids makes history with all 169 towns in Connecticut taking part in the annual event. PJ Day for the Kids is back for the 12th year now. The day was started 12 years ago by Nick Wislowski, a 7-year-old boy who was forever grateful for the life-saving cancer treatment his baby sister received at Connecticut Children's. Now, his mother, who's the co-founder of the event, says that the entire state is in it to help kids with cancer.
We have over 500 schools participating, a couple of hundred businesses, including 100 Dunkin' Donuts locations, and first responders and everybody that you can think of. Everyone's found a way to support kids here at Connecticut Children's who are wearing their pajamas for prolonged periods of time while they're fighting cancer.
All funds raised to benefit the Center for Cancer and Blood Disorders at Connecticut Children's.